If you've been buying XRP, HBAR, XLM, Casper, anything right now, and you're down, then you're doing this wrong. You're not wrong because the price is lower than when you bought it. But what you're doing wrong is you're wasting your time praying and hoping that it's going to come back up soon. No matter, guys, how much you love those cryptocurrencies, they'll come back in their own time. And the only way to get them back is to set them free. So right now, you are moving every hour, every day, closer to a point in time when the crypto markets will explode towards the upside. And every moment that you're wasting, wishing and praying those cryptos come up towards the downside, is a moment that you will regret. So hit the like button and let's get into this video. Now guys, if you subscribe to this channel, so you should be, you'll understand that I like to use these times in the market when bugger all is happening to go out there and find something new and understand how to find something new and exciting through using a few different free tools. What you can do right now, if you're really sad about cryptos being down, is identify a point at which I might buy it at. For example, Bitcoin. If I want to buy it down here, I'll right click and I can add an alert on tradingview.com. Now the reason I tell you to stop watching is because right now, no one, including me, really has a guaranteed idea whether Bitcoin is going to do this and drag all crypto with it, or do this and also drag all crypto with it. Who knows? But all you have to know is every moment that we're in these kind of days where not a lot's going on, you're wasting a lot of useful time to be able to invest into finding something new. Now, I've talked about this in the past and how to find new and exciting projects that are moving into their first bull market. If we come across to DeFi Llama and click on Raises Overview, you can see that over a period of time, we see a lot of money invested into new projects. A lot of money from very experienced crypto companies with a lot of experience of bringing new projects on. Now look, if we come across and look at CoinMarketCap, we can look at what Polygon was doing back in 2020. And you can see the price sitting around 2 cents. At some point in the bull market, it went up to $2.50. It's like 125x. Solana at some point was worth around 50 pence. 50 cents? 50 cents. And then at the top of the bull market was worth something like $250. So that is like a 500x on Solana. And the people who made that money weren't just sitting there looking at the crypto that they bought back in 2017 thinking, oh, I wish it would come back up. These are the people who went out for something new and exciting. So if we know that new projects are gaining investment during these periods of time when no one's looking, how do we find those new projects? And I have talked about this before, but maybe it's worth considering to do again when the times are boring like they are now. So we know that people are raising money, and you can come down below and there's a bit of information here on names of projects and who's been raising some money. Even yesterday there was a raise here on this, Delphius Labs. No idea what it is. And you can see down below a few other different ones. Now you can maybe take a screenshot and remember a few of these names because maybe they'll come up in some slightly different places. Now another one we can look at is this. Now this is CryptoRank.io, and we can look here at funds. A fund is a large amount of cash from people with lots of money who invest in new projects. And if you want to be involved in a fund, then either you've got to have a lot of money or you've got to join the Inner Circle Discord, which is linked down below, which is $9.99 per month, where we collect together and we work as a fund to be able to invest before ICO launches. And we have one coming up, I think either tomorrow or sort of Thursday this week. So guys, need to get in that if you want to get involved. 5-day free trial. Enough of that. So what we can see down below is crypto fund and investors. Coinbase Ventures. Here you can see all of the big names, and you can see as well who they've kind of been investing in over time. Coinbase Ventures invested in the FTX token. Various others, you can come down below, Solana, Near Protocol. And here we can start to gain a bit of an idea of who these different companies are and who the kind of the big names in the space are, okay? Because you can see the number of investments, Coinbase 332. I mean, you obviously know some of these names up this top, up here at the top, but maybe some of these escape you. Now, there are other names down here that you may not have even associated with crypto. Samsung, we've got BlackRock here, you've got JP Morgan, and a handful of others. And the more you get into this space and understand what the big money is moving towards, then maybe you can start to identify certain patterns. And what we can do is hover over this IDO ICO section, and we can search for upcoming IDOs, ICOs. This is initial DEX offering or initial coin offering ICO. And these are the projects that are coming up soon, and this is how much money they've raised. Some of them have raised not really a lot. $80,000 in the terms of crypto is really not a lot of money at all. But you can see they have all of these launches and things happening all the time. I made a video the other day about not buying ICOs unless they have a good bit of information about how those tokens are unlocked, because otherwise all the people buying before ICOs will be dumping on the heads of other people. But it gives you a good opportunity to stay in touch and understand all of these projects that are launching at ICO, because typically on an ICO launch you'll get a pump and then a dump, and then you can start to get in, maybe if you're interested, after that happens. But you don't know what to buy into if you're not keeping a pulse on all the new things that are coming out. Now, something else to look at, guys, is crypto fundraising. And down below, you can see all these different projects that are getting invested in right now. You see, there's not so many on there. But, you have to go and find them in like DeFi Llama, and you can find them on here. And you can see a few of them going on here. Conductive.ai, that will be coming up soon. Ether, which is going to be a very big launch that's going to be happening later on in the year. And we will probably be covering that on the channel because I know that is doing some very exciting things. Basically focusing as well around things like gaming. We also want to pay attention to who some of these brands are. Animoca Brands, one of the biggest, if not the biggest, of these investors, and various other names down below. You can see Animoca pretty much invests in every single one of these on this list. And some of these are raising insane amounts of cash from, ranging from like $1 million here. Some of them raising like $20 million, $37 million in mythical games. And these are all very exciting things going on, and it's worth keeping your hand. And all you need to do is go and identify some of these projects, give them a follow on Twitter, and see what's going on with them. Now, I talked about the other day the importance of understanding how the launch happens, because you can buy at ICO and you can make good money. I did that before, and I talked about it earlier on this year when I invested in Tenet. Fortunately, I got involved on the pre-sale and I saw the price move all the way up here, but you could have bought at ICO somewhere around 5 cents. And literally on the very first day, obviously you can see people did take profits up here, but you could have been sat somewhere around 3x up on the very first day. And the reason Tenet was different is because it had a really strong team, but it also had a great real world use case. And what else was very important about Tenet is because when it launched, there was a lock on the pre-investors from being able to sell their tokens. Now, there's something else that's worth talking about, and they have sponsored this channel, and it is Grape. Now, I want to talk about Grape, guys, because right now, over on Bitmart Exchange, it's sat at around $140 per token. And the tokens you can buy through the link down below in the description, which will bring you across this website, you can pick up at $46 to $50 each. It's going up increasingly each day now, and eventually will reach that price point of Bitmart by the end before it starts to launch, which means you can pick up tokens at a fraction of the price at which they launch on exchanges later on in September. And right now, Grape is one of the most exciting projects out there, given that the whole space is very quiet. It's a whole layer 1 ecosystem. It's basically built on a DAG, which is direct acyclic graph. This is similar to how Casper and how HBAR work. And this allows it to conduct around 700,000 transactions per second. It's being directly targeted towards things like the metaverse and the gaming industry. And that's very exciting, guys, because it allows them to implement lots of different things and allow for things such as codeless launching of dApps. Now, that is very important because using AI, it's able to allow you to build dApps without having to have any coding experience. It allows matching of NFTs, autonomous shortlisting of projects, basically allowing people to launch incredibly technical projects without having to have any prior experience of how to code and things like that. The use case of this is very exciting indeed. And you bang on all the time about transactions per second on various different layer 1s out there. Guys, this is going to be way beyond anything else we've seen recently. Now, obviously, go and do your own research. There's tons of videos and stuff available here, but come across through that link down below because you'll get 10% additional tokens if you go through that link. So for example, if you bought 10 tokens, you would actually receive an additional token in return for that. So it makes sense that if you're going to be investing, then you do it for that link. But this is not financial advice. Investing in any project is risky, but especially the earlier you get into projects as well, the risks are also slightly higher, although the rewards can be astronomically bigger. So up to you to do your own research. If you enjoyed that video, guys, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.